This week, Scott Huntsman and I are getting into a little fun and trouble as we drive the big toys at Wheeler Machinery.
Then we're going back on the trails, and this time the AYL crew is exploring one of the most stunning overlooks of Flaming Gorge as they show off the Dowd Mountain Trail.
And finally, what does it take to be such an outdoor legend that you have an entire trail system named after you? Well, this week we'll meet the rocket scientist that was able to pull it off. It's all headed your way right now. At Your Leisure is next.
Hey, you know, this is a day I've been looking forward to for an awfully long time. Hey everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Scott Huntsman.
And I'm Chad Booth, and we are out at the test track. But it's not the kind of test track you'd expect. There are no Ferraris here, but there's a lot more horsepower.
Oh man, tons of torque. You know, Chad, I'm kind of thinking that these machines could move more dirt in 1 minute than you and I could on a chain gang in a year's time.
A year's time. We are at Wheeler Machinery in Salt Lake City, the Caterpillar dealer for the Intermountain region, and they have been gracious enough to let us come out to their demo and proving ground. Demo being, I want to be clear about this, demonstration, not demolition. And we're going to test this rugged equipment. This is a show we did on At Your Leisure 13, 14 years ago. It's one of our favorite shows, got a lot of response, and so we decided it was come back here and kind of see how the technology's changed.
Well, you know, and I'll tell you, I'm expecting a lot to see with this, but even more so than that, this is like Disneyland to me. It's like, I want to get in these things and just see what they do because I've always wanted to dig stuff. I'm almost kind of thinking one of these is going to outdo what my Jeep will do.
Oh, probably. I think the one behind us, the D10. Yeah, pretty much. You just.
I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be fun. This is really going to be fun.
Well, at this point, we should probably quit talking about it and find out a little bit about these machines.
Oh, let's do it.
All right, let's go. Which one do you want?
Hey, either one, any of them.
I've got 5 acres here that I train on. I'll bring operators in here and do training for them. That gets them off-site, gets them where they're more concentrated on trying to learn something here. We're kind of lucky here to have this. It's not for rent. We don't let a lot of people out here unless they're in a formal training class. But it's a whole bunch of fun. There's always something out here that'll get you going. Something that'll excite you, or something that you'll have a grin on your face. Running big equipment like this, it's always been a thrill to me. It's an extension of my hobbies. I've been on a lot of off-road vehicles of all sorts. I've got Jeeps. 43 years tells you I still love it and I enjoy them. It comes back, I'll still get my thrills out of these. And the technology on them anymore, you're learning something every day with them. The safety devices that are put on, no slip surfaces, handrails. The technology that's built into it, when I started running equipment, we didn't even have seat belts. Then we went to rollover protection structures, call them ROPS. They came around in 1977. They've come a long ways.
Well, all right, guys. Hey, I'm in this D10 Dozer, and man, I'm digging this thing, and I'm going to push some dirt. Now, I've had my lesson, so I'm going to go over everything here that he just taught me. I can put this into its mode to operate. I can lift the blade a little bit. I take the brake off, forward gear. I'm ready to move some dirt. Now, in the meantime, why don't you guys go along to this week's Where To? Here we go.
Daggett County is the only county in Utah to share a border with both Colorado and Wyoming. Home to about 1,000 full-time residents, this beautiful corner of the state can see more than 40,000 visitors at any given time. But if you think that means it gets crowded, guess again.
There's a lot of room to spread out and be by yourself. So it's a great feeling, great place to connect with family and friends and to enjoy yourselves and have a good time. The lake is a big draw, of course, the National Recreation Area. The Flaming Gorge is about 90 miles long, and I believe about 30 miles of it, and probably the best 30, I'd say, are in Utah. So we get a lot of people coming to hunt and fish, come onto the forest, onto the Ashley National Forest. Lots of places to bring ATVs and ride, and bring your horses and boats, and there's just a whole bunch of different opportunities to recreate and have a good time here.
Situated halfway between Denver and Yellowstone, the town of Manila, Utah is just minutes away from the Flaming Gorge National Recreation Area. The breathtaking scenery makes it a destination in and of itself. The conveniences it offers, and the unique lodging opportunities make it a popular destination all year round.
Between playing on the lake, whether it's by boat or just hanging out on one of the beaches, or being on the river, the fishing and hunting up here, the ATV riding, and then we get the diversity of all 4 seasons, plus you can go from the desert all the way up to above tree line. You get to see everything.
During the fall, the leaves are changing color, but so are the fish. The kokanee salmon take on a red hue as they swim upstream during their spawning season. Whether they're managed at the state or federal level, public lands are integral to giving everyone easy access to outdoor adventures. But responsibility for those lands just doesn't belong to government agencies. It falls to all of us.
I think we need to take responsibility, and we all need to have a little bit of environmentalist into us, a little bit of conservative into us, a bit of taking responsibility for ourselves, to pick up after ourselves, to respect others as we are out here recreating and having fun.
We need to manage these forests for why they're here. We've worked with the National Forest Service, the National Recreation Area, pretty collaboratively, but we're very, very alert to anything that they would do that would hinder people's ability to get to these different resources that we have up here. We just want to have healthy forests, which in the long run means we want to have a healthy watershed. And so having a healthy watershed to replenish that water supply is important. And it means maybe being a little outside the box on some stuff.
And so with all of the taxing of the resources, we need to be good hosts to those people that are coming. They come here for the enjoyment, coming here to experience what we have and what is in our own backyard. So come, enjoy, and take those memories back with you.
I'm Terry Wood in northeastern Utah for this week's Where To?
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Katy Yardley, and this is my husband, Mark.
Howdy.
And today, we are coming to you from Lake Powell. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely gorgeous this time of year. So today, we're actually doing our cooking segments on the Eagles Landing houseboat. Today, we are going to be cooking some amazing breakfast burritos that you're absolutely going to love. Let's get started.
Hey, can I whip your eggs for you?
Absolutely. You go ahead and whip those up, and then I will put the half and half into them. Got to whip them up really good. Put lots of air in them, honey. So once you get your eggs whipped up, I usually set those aside, and then I go to the stove to start browning up our sausage. Okay, we take our sausage. You get a nice big hot pan. Slide that sausage right down in there, and then start breaking it up. You want to Get nice little chunks and brown it up really, really well. Once you get your sausage completely browned, you want to actually take and transfer it to a paper towel lined plate.
Oh, I'll tell you, I don't know if I can wait any longer.
It's a good thing this is a quick meal.
There you go. See, I'm living up to my reputation for being cheesy.
All right, once your eggs are finally cooled, your sausage is cooled, this is where we mix everything together. But before we do that, I'm gonna warm up our tortillas. So we just wanna warm them up in the microwave for approximately 1 minute. While we're waiting for the tortillas, this is where we wanna take our eggs that are cooled down, our sausage that's all cooled down, put right in there, our 1 can of green chilies. Wanna mix those up real good. All right, honey, go ahead, put your cheese in there. All right, everything is all mixed together. I'm gonna let you take that.
Yes, my dear.
Thank you. We'll switch to a little bit smaller spoon. Now we're gonna fill our burritos. Grab our tortillas out of the microwave. They're all nice and warm, so now they're pliable and we can roll up the burritos. Grab 1 tortilla shell, stuff it with, you don't wanna overfill them, put a little bit in the center there. Roll it up around, fold over. Voila, breakfast burritos. Enough. Can't take him anywhere. These are amazing grilled. You've got to try this. So when you decide to grill your burrito, what it does, it takes some of the flour doughy flavor out of the tortilla and crisps it up. You've got to try it this way.
Absolutely delicious.
Cheers.
Thanks.
If you would like this recipe, just go right here and then let me know how you like it. More at your leisure, coming right back.
All right, baby, come to Papa. Come to Papa. Here we go. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're here at Wheeler Machinery at their test track, and I am in a 938 M. This is a front end loader and it articulates in the middle. It's as easy to drive as a go-kart. I mean, it's got a gas pedal and it's got a stop pedal, and you shift it with an electronic thumb flipper thing here, and then it just kind of moves around. It's really very easy to drive, and it automatically resets. But you know, I keep worrying because I'm prone to break things, as you know from watching Leisure. And that means that stuff that I'm driving most likely is going to end up in the repair shop. But guess what? Theirs looks a little different than the ones at Stedman's or Jorgensen's. Talk about huge and cool. Check this out.
So we have 2 separate sections of the main shop out here. We have 1 section that handles all the customer-owned equipment. That's where we do anything from light minor repairs to full major rebuilds. On the other side of the shop here is where we have all of our equipment that comes in that is either brand new equipment or rental equipment. And so we'll do pre-delivery inspections. We will perform rental returns, damage repairs, things like that. We can go as small as a 4-cylinder engine in a skid steer that could probably sit right here in front of us, all the way up to a large, what we call a 3600 series engine. It's over an 11-inch bore and usually handles large gas compression applications. About the size of probably a small apartment building. So what you're referring to as a CIA Spy Center is what we call our CMC, our Condition Monitoring Center. And so what happens is we have a team of folks that are down there that are monitoring all the equipment that is equipped with the necessary means to report back the health of that equipment. We can predict failures based on what those pieces of equipment are reporting back to us. We do have an autonomous option. We have one of our largest mining customers had a need for a piece of autonomous equipment due to some unstable conditions. We were able to install this autonomy on these large tractors, and so they had line of sight ability to control these without putting the operator in harm's way.
Man, that shop is impressive. incredible technology. Think about it. If I had the ability to tell my 2Nex customers when they were abusing their vehicles or just when it's plain time to work on them and do some repair. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're getting there. In the meantime, Chad and I got some dirt to move. I'm gonna start dumping here, so I'll move you guys to this week's Along the Way.
The Dick Brass Trails. They are some of the most remote, rugged, and elusive dirt bike trails in the world. And so is the man who single-handedly built them. Dick Brass, a real-life rocket scientist turned power plant engineer, gave up the lab coats and the clean room to live life from a camper and boldly go where no man has gone before, desert style. An enduro enthusiast discovered the Moab area while he was working on the Space Shuttle program in California, making regular junkets on long weekends. But his passion for the remote desert came with a wrong turn.
I was trying to find the dinosaur quarry, and I missed the left turn that takes you 6 miles out to the quarry, and kept going, went down Buckhorn Wash, went across the swinging bridge, kept going until I got to Muddy River, and I said, this is the place to go riding, to hell with Moab.
So, when he had a chance to trade building rocket power for electric power, Dick took a position with the Huntington Power Plant in central Utah.
Since I had been riding around Moab and then down around the natural bridges for a couple of years while I was in California, driving 14 hours overnight just to get there, I figured that was almost like going to heaven.
As Dick settled into Utah, he loved the solitude of the desert, but noticed
there were no trail riders in Utah when I got here in '82 because there were no trails. So when I started building trails, then I had to take people out and show them that they could actually ride that kind of stuff.
But Dick had little interest in personally showing everyone where to ride, so he started finding trails and making them in what would become the legendary color-coded Dick Brass system.
The first trail system I made in '86, I used various colors. That's why they were painted those colors, and people still call it the orange trail or red trail. They actually have names, but nobody ever uses them. And I have to admit, I can't remember what they are right now.
Dick has been very meticulous in building highly technical single-track trails. He wanted them to be just so.
And then I did all my exploration on foot, so I was just hiking into canyons and up and down canyons and trying to find a way to get in and a way to get out.
Scott Wheeler and I, at one time, we actually moved the trail a little ways because it was kind of close to a camping area and people were getting on it by accident or whatever, so we kind of moved it, and he told us,
no, I build the trails, you ride the trails. You don't try to change the trails, you ride on the trail that I built.
At 88 years, the days of trail building are far in the rearview mirror for Dick. For all that he has worked on over the last 4 decades, one accomplishment stands out, and always will.
People come from all around the world. They don't just come from 50 states, they come from other countries.
With another legend of the trail, I'm Stephen Heumann.
Hello everybody, welcome back to At Your Leisure. You know, that is one of the most advanced shops I've ever seen, but I gotta be honest with you. The technology that we're using right now in these machines is way different than it used to be, even when we came and did this a few years ago. Joysticks were a sideline back then, but now they practically run everything, as evidenced by the fact that I'd be a real crackerjack at this if indeed I had grown up playing video games. But you know what? This is so much fun that I could really do this all day long. What do you think, Scott?
Boy, that's no kidding, Chad. I could do this all day long as well. You know, driving this big Cat 745 is like driving my 1-ton GMC truck. I mean, it's turbo diesel powered, got all the power and torque in the world. It drives so smooth. It's an automatic transmission. It's got air conditioning. Heck, I could just do this all day. And the technology is so nice with GPS, digital displays. You know, heck, while Chad's loading me up with dirt, let's go check out next week's show.
Next week, Rhea and I are escaping the city without having to pack up the whole house as we take a safari-style trip to the Maple Grove Campground.
Then the AYL crew continues their exploration for arches as they get another great OHV ride through the desert to the Ponderosa Pines.
Finally, Scotty is going to be back again next week with the Utah Jeep crew for a great ride for a great cause in American Fork Canyon. Now, let's get a look at our contest winner.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Janice Fox. It looks like she's the lucky winner of a Clearly Tough windshield for her rig.
Clearly Tough offers the strongest windshields on the market. Visit clearlytough.com for more information.
Congratulations, Janice, and be sure to call us Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize.
You know, Scott, it's amazing. For today's show, we've not left the city, and we've gotten as dirty as if we were in southern Utah. Look at this.
Pretty much. Tanya's not going to be happy because I just washed this last night.
Yeah, but how much fun?
It has been a ton of fun. I mean, this has been a bucket list thing for me. Driving around that D10 Dozer, I have a new respect for what they do to take care of them. You know, for the guys that operate them. And bless Dave Johnson, he taught us how to do it. Well, he can teach us, he can teach anybody.
You know, he was kind of out there like this. So, I mean, he was really teaching us well.
To those guys, it's old hat. To me, it was like going to Disneyland.
Well, this is something that you don't really get to do, that we don't usually get to do. You just can't come out here and rent the playground for an hour.
Right.
But we want to give a special thanks to Brian and Jonathan Campbell, the owners of Wheeler Machinery, and the whole staff for making this possible. And we hope that it excited you. And if you're driving a Deere thing and it's all worn out, remember it's time to upgrade to Cat.
Paint it yellow.
Little plug. There you go. Well, as we always say, there is adventure on every bend.
There is. Hey, just get out and create your own Wheeler Machinery Caterpillar adventure.
At your leisure. All right, now Dave's not looking. Let's go back to
Let's
the
go
yard.
do it again. Yeah,
Okay.
let's go,
All right.
quick.